Hello and welcome to another Dishy Tech review. My name is Colby, and in today's video we have a Starlink Mini accessory, specifically a portable power bank for the Starlink Mini. You've seen me do several reviews and projects with various power banks like this Anker and this Jackery 100 Plus. I have another one. This time it's interesting because it's actually designed to be integrated into the Starlink Mini itself. So these are both, external, where you have to run a cable to the Starlink Mini to provide power. This one is designed to actually attach to the Starlink Mini itself, which is fairly interesting, fairly unique. This is from a company called PeakDo, and they reached out and they asked if I wanted to do a review on this, and it looked interesting enough, so I said yes. They sent it to me, and we're going to be doing a full review, battery runtime test, and everything for you today. This is called the LinkPower 1. Like I said, it's from a company called PeakDo. This has a 96 watt-hour capacity, so this is a lithium-ion battery in here. 96 watt-hours, which is very similar to what the Jackery 100 has, and also what this Anker Prime unit has. Under that 100 watt-hour TSA limit, so you can actually bring this on like the carry-on in your airplane. And it's compact. It's basically designed exclusively for the Starlink Mini, even though, as I'll get into in this review, you can actually power other devices off of it as well. But it has two power outputs. So it has the DC 5521 output for the Starlink Mini itself. That uses, the standard Starlink Mini DC plug. But then you also have a USB-C port on the front here. Now this does two things. This can accept a charge from maybe like a wall outlet, like a USB-C wall adapter or a solar panel, but it can also charge your devices as well. So if you're trying to use your Starlink Mini with your smartphone or your laptop and you need a charge while you're doing that, you can use this battery bank to charge those devices as well. I always really like it when these Starlink Mini power banks have another port so that you can use other devices as well. It also allows for bi-directional charging. So you'll be able to hook up a solar panel, like I have this Jackery 40 watt portable solar panel right here. You can actually use this while it's powering the Mini from the DC port, so that way you basically have unlimited power while the sun is out. I'll be showing you how to set that up here in a second when we get to the battery runtime test. But this USB-C port, you can charge it up to 100 watts, so this can accept up to 100 watts of power from an AC wall adapter or some other kind of USB-C PD adapter. And then as far as charging other devices, it can output as much as 65 watts. So plenty to charge a laptop or a phone or whatever. We have a power button on the front here. This allows you to power on the screen. It has an LCD screen that gives you all sorts of information. The battery state of charge, it gives you information on the DC output for the Mini on the back that tells you the voltage, the amps, and the wattage. It also has information about the input and output on the USB-C port here. So this will tell you as well, when you have a device hooked up, what kind of wattage is going in or coming out, as well as voltage and amperage. And it has a little Bluetooth icon right here as well on the screen, because this has Bluetooth built in. So as I'll talk about here in a minute, this does have a remote control functionality. So if you pair this to your smartphone or other device via Bluetooth, you can access kind of a web administration page, a web interface to view things like battery statistics. You can remotely power it on and off and do some other things like change the output of this USB-C port. The main problem though with that Bluetooth connection, and I'm not going to be able to show it to you in today's video because according to the user manual of this, it's not an app, it's a web, basically a web interface, and it doesn't work on iPhones with the Safari, Chrome, or Firefox browsers. I have all three of those browsers on my iPhone, and unfortunately their web app is not compatible with this. It is on Android. If you have an Android smartphone, you can use the Chrome web browser to set up the web page for this. On the iPhone, they do have a workaround. They want you to kind of download some sketchy third-party browser. I didn't want to do that. It's kind of silly anyway, the whole web app interface thing. They should just make an iPhone or an iOS and an Android app and just do it that way like everybody else, like Anker does. That would have been much easier. So that's one downside to this, even though I do appreciate the fact that they do give you at least an option for remote control remote statistic viewing, unlike the Jackery that I previously reviewed. So the PeakDo LinkPower 1 is $119. Right now it's available on their website directly. They do have an Amazon store, but I don't see this product listed there yet. I'll keep the description updated with an up-to-date link, whether it's to the PeakDo website or the Amazon store page. Let's talk about what comes in the kit itself. So you gotta have a couple of options on how you order this. For the $119, you can just get this right here. It's the battery bank itself. It comes with this little mini power cable that plugs into the back of your Starlink Mini. It also comes with this USB-C cable. This is for like charging it from a USB-C adapter. Optionally, they have the suction cup mount system. So if you're interested in using this in a vehicle, you can suction cup this to the top of your sunroof or moonroof, even on top of your vehicle or inside, like I've done previously in some of my in-motion testing. This is $40 on their website, but if you bundle it together, if you order this plus the mount, they'll give you a little bit of money off, a little bit of discount on that, so it's a little bit cheaper. But as far as what comes in the kit, they show in like their screenshots and stuff on their marketing material, they show like a tripod attached to this, and that's because it has 3 of these 1/4 inch threaded inserts here that allow you to attach various accessories like a tripod. It does not come with a tripod. The one I have here, I use for filming, and this is what I'm gonna use to set it up in my yard today for the battery runtime test, but they don't include a tripod with it. All right, let me show you how easy this is to set up. So you've got your Starlink Mini right here. You can take off the kickstand. You're not gonna be using that. It just slides right in. It's got these 2 little tabs right here that lock into the bottommost tabs on the Starlink Mini. But before you do that, you'll want to plug in your DC power cable that comes in this kit. So it goes into the DC output on the back of the LinkPower. Doesn't matter which end you use. And then you put the other end in the back of the Starlink Mini, of course, and then you can slide this into place. I don't know if you heard that on the microphone, but it did click into place, indicating that it's locked in, and I can push down as much as I want, and this is not coming off of there. So let me just show you what kind of like this looks like. It's very well integrated, in my opinion, for the Starlink Mini. It does add some weight, so this thing is about 1.5 pounds. It weighs pretty much as the Mini itself, so it does make it a little bit bottom heavy, but it is nicely integrated. So you can see you can still have access to the power button and the screen itself to let you know what's going on with the device. And I wanted to show you another feature here real quick, because you see it started delivering about 40 watts to the Mini, but since I'm sitting here talking to you right now, I don't want it to be powered on. What I can do is actually hold this for just a few seconds, and it turns off the DC output. It turns off the output from this port, but the screen and the Type-C USB port on the front remains active. So I can continue to charge this or charge other devices without actually powering on the Mini. And that's a really nice feature to have, because in situations where you're trying to maybe set this up and you don't want to take the battery pack off of your Mini all the time, maybe you just want to leave it like this, you take it inside to charge, like inside your vehicle or something, you don't want the Mini powered on, trying to search for a signal inside your car. So it's really nice that you're able to power off specifically just the DC output while the charging port and the screen remain active. And I'm gonna go ahead and put on my little tripod here as well, just for this test. I'm gonna be setting it up in the middle of my yard just to give you an idea on the runtime of this. So as I mentioned, 96 watt-hour battery, which is pretty similar to some of the other battery banks that I've tested, like this Anchor and the Jackery 100. PeakDo claims that this 96 watt-hour lithium-ion battery should be able to last 4+ hours with the Starlink Mini. And since they made that claim, I have to put it to the test. The Anchor, I think this lasted like 3.5 hours on the runtime test that I did with the Anchor, and the Jackery, I haven't done an official runtime test, but it's in the same area between 3.5 and 4 hours. So I'll be really interested to see if the LinkPower 1 can actually hit that 4-hour plus mark. I don't think so, but we're gonna find out in this test. So let's set it up and then talk a little bit about solar, and then we'll do the battery runtime test. Okay, I'm out in the middle of my yard now, and I just wanted to show you before I start this runtime test, I've got my Jackery 40-watt solar panel set up in the full sun there, and it's got a USB-C port, so I can just plug this right in So the reason that I like having a bidirectional secondary USB-C port on a battery bank for the Starlink Mini is because you can do things like this. So I've got my Jackery 40-watt portable solar panel plugged into the USB-C port, and this can actually charge this battery and power the Starlink Mini simultaneously. So it's doing both. It's both accepting a charge and powering the Starlink Mini. Now, the battery right now is at 100%, so it's not actually able to accept any more charge, but I just wanted to show you an example of why this is so important to have something like this. Even if you're not charging, this allows you to power maybe a laptop or your phone while you're trying to use your Starlink Mini. But we're gonna forget about solar for now because that's not part of the battery runtime test. I do wanna install the Mini in the middle of my yard and just see how long this thing can stay connected. So I'm gonna see what time it is right now. We're at about 1:34. So I'm gonna turn on the unit by holding the power button for 3 seconds. That turns on the DC output. And now we have, let's wait for some wattage to go. Yeah, now I have 38.6 watts, 39 watts as the Mini's booting up. I also forgot to mention on the screen here, it gives you a nice runtime estimator. So that's both for charging and for discharging when your Mini's powered on. It tells you about how long it could last. It's estimating about 2.5 hours right now. That's just because of the boot up wattage. So let's set up the Starlink Mini. We're all set up here. 134, I think was the number. Let's just say 135. And we'll check back in when it's dead, see how long this lasts, see if we can hit that 4+ hours as PeakDo claims. It's been about 3 hours and I wanted to do a quick check-in of the LinkPower 1 here. I'm gonna try to see if I can see this screen. 27%, I don't know if you can see that or not, 27% remaining on the battery capacity. So it's at that 3 hour mark. And I also wanted to show you on the Starlink app, I am averaging around 23 watts average over the last 15 minutes. So 23, 24 watts is kind of that magic number that the Starlink Mini has to use in order to hit that 4 hour mark based on the battery capacity of the LinkPower 1. So if it uses any more than 24 watts or so, there's no way that it's gonna make it 4 hours. We're kind of right on that line, so did want to check in a 3 hour mark, but I'll update you again when it finally dies and we'll see where we land. All right, well, the final numbers are in. We are at a 0%, 1% state of charge, it looks like, but the Mini did shut off. Final number for this battery runtime test, 4 hours and 13 minutes, which I'm happy to report is over the 4 hours that PeakDo claims that this can last. So that is a verified battery runtime test for this PeakDo LinkPower 1 integrated battery bank for the Starlink Mini. So now let me give you my final thoughts on it, kind of a review and my just overall impressions. I definitely think that this style of integrated power bank is my preferred one now. So I just did that video on the DACA mini power stand. So it was that one with like the tripod and the battery was built into the mast. And I think I like this style better. First of all, this one's got, you know, a couple of the must-have features in my opinion. So it's got the USB-C port that allows you to simultaneously charge or power other devices while you're using the Mini. That's a big bonus. I like the screen with all the information on it about your inputs and outputs. That's something that the DACA mini power stand didn't have. I also appreciate the fact that it has at least some level of remote control and remote viewing available. Even though that's kind of like a pro and a con in my opinion, I think they missed out on not having, you know, a dedicated app, and they went the web app platform, which I could not use for my iPhone without downloading some sketchy third-party browser that I didn't want to download. The other things I like about it is that it, you know, I mean, just look at the form factor. It just fits and integrates really nicely with the Starlink Mini. Some things that I wasn't quite a fan of. So you didn't get the tripod with it. I thought it was kind of weird that they didn't ship it with a tripod. They do offer, you know, the suction cup mount that you can buy that's extra. I would have preferred them to offer some kind of tripod. I think that would be worth the money, you know, an extra 20, 30 bucks for some kind of tripod to go with this thing. Also doesn't, include any kind of carrying case or anything like that. I think that would be another improvement that they can make maybe in future versions. So who's this thing for, and do I see myself using it? And actually, yeah, when I was going into this review, I figured it was just something that I would review and then eventually get rid of, not something that I really wanted to use myself that much. But actually, you know what I think I'll do with this? This will be kind of my in-motion setup for my vehicle. So in my previous in-motion testing videos you've seen on this channel, where I have, my Starlink Mini mounted inside to like my moonroof, and then I have my Jackery Explorer 100 Plus battery bank that I had inside the vehicle. That's plugged into the 12-volt outlet to charge, and then that way when I stop and power off the vehicle and that 12-volt outlet loses power, I don't have to have the Mini shut off on me. So I have, basically zero interruptions as far as power to the Mini goes. This is going to be a lot better at doing that because it eliminates one extra component in my system. Because the battery's integrated here, all I need to do is run a single cable from the 12-volt outlet to the USB-C port on here, and that's it. Since the battery's integrated in here, I don't have to worry about storing my Jackery somewhere else in the vehicle. It just simplifies the setup a lot. And since I verified, over 4 hours of battery life, this has very similar runtime compared to the Jackery, so it's a perfect replacement for that, I think, at least in that use case where you're talking about in motion in a vehicle setup. And let's talk about the price too, because I think that's another bonus of this over some of the other options. So this is $120. That's cheaper than the Jackery 100. That's cheaper than the Anker, 27,560 milliamp hour pack that I've also reviewed on this channel before. So it's definitely a great value, especially for something that ran almost an hour longer than the Anker, and also a similar size, battery pack, which is pretty amazing. That goes to show you that this is pretty efficient. It used almost every drop of power that it could just to power the Starlink Mini. So great efficiency there, great value battery, and again, I just really like the well integrated design here. So if you're interested in checking out the LinkPower 1 from PeakDo, be sure to check the description of this video. I'll put a link in there to their webpage or the Amazon page. Let me know if you have any questions or feedback in the comments below. I'll chat with you there. See you in the next video.